Hi, second grade. Today we are working on Skills, Unit 3, Lesson number 19. Our learning targets for today, by the end of the lesson, we will have read words with different spellings for the aw sound. We will have reread the story Jump, and you will be comparing and contrasting Jump and the Soccer Twins. Our warm-up activity is something called oral discrimination, and I'm going to say a list of words. You're going to repeat the word after me, and you're going to listen for these three sounds. You're going to listen for a sound that says A. You're going to listen for a sound that says A, and you're going to listen for a sound that says Ah. If you hear a word that makes the A sound, you're going to hold up one finger. If you hear a word that makes the ah sound, you're going to hold up two fingers. And if you hear a word that makes the aw sound, you're going to hold up three fingers. Okay, so I'm looking for 1, 2, or 3 fingers, and it's on the screen. A, ah, and then we're looking for the aw sound as well. So number 1 is sauce. Aw. You should have 3 fingers up. Good. Number 2, pay. Makes the A sound, so I should see 1 finger. Cat. Ah. 2 fingers. Day. A. 1 finger. Apple. Ah. 2 fingers. Cake. A. 1 finger. Can. Can says ah, so that's 2 fingers. Pause. That one makes the aw sound, so I should see 3 fingers. Steak makes the A sound, 1 finger. And haunt. Haunt makes the aw sound also, so I should see 3 fingers for that. Very good. If you saw this spelling that's on your screen in a word, what sound would you probably say? When we see A and W together, we can recognize that they are working together as a letter team or a digraph to make a sound. And the sound that AW together makes is aw. I want everybody to say aw. Good. We're going to read some words with the aw spelling. When the word pops up on your screen, I want you to read it out loud. Jaw. Paw. Saw. Claw. Straw. Dawn. Lawn. Crawl. Shawl. Awful. Good. Here is a spelling for the aw sound, and that spelling is AW. But if you notice, this is a teeny tiny power bar, so this is not a very common spelling for the aw sound. We have another one that we'll talk about, and that's the spelling AU. When we see the letters AU together, we can recognize that AU are working together as a digraph also, but it still makes the sound aw. We're going to read some words using the AU spelling. When it pops up on your screen, I want you to read it out loud. Hall. Paul. Notice Paul is capitalized. Paul is a proper noun because it is his name. Very good. Fault. Haunt. Launch. Gauze. Cause. August. August is also a proper noun because it is the name of a month, so it gets a capital letter. And then because. This is one of the words that second graders need to learn to spell this year. And I remember learning it when I was in 2nd grade, and it's only because we made a little sing-song to remember it. But we said B-E-C-A-U-S-E. So we shouted the AU part to help us remember how to spell it. So we said B-E-C-A-U-S-E. So this power bar is more common than AW for the aw sound, but we can use AU for that spelling as well. On 19.1 and 19.2, you have a puzzle that you can work on inside your workbook. It has all sorts of words that use AU and AW. It is a crossword puzzle. So on the left page, there are clues. For example, summer, blank, winter, spring. What season comes in between them? We would say autumn. So on two side to side or two across, we would write the word autumn in those boxes. What I did is I took those questions from the worksheet, and this is on your Google form as well, but it's in a multiple choice setup. Okay, so because we read the story Jump out loud on the video yesterday, it's your job to read it on your own today. Now, a good reader rereads a story, and there's lots of reasons why. They can reread a story to learn new vocabulary words. They can reread a story to learn more about the characters. They can go back into a story looking specifically for information about the setting or about a part of a plot. So it's your job today to reread Jump. Even if you thought, I just read it yesterday, I want you to reread the story Jump, because you have some comprehension questions on your Google form to answer about that, okay? So you're going to have words that practice the aw sound, and you have a reread of Jump with comprehension questions as well. So you're going to reread about the team of girls that are on the competitive jump rope team. Remember, we met Kit, Joe, Kate, and Jalen in the story when we read yesterday. So you're going to go back in and reread about them today. Okay? While you're reading, I want you to be thinking about how the soccer twins and Jump are similar and how they're different. Remember, in the soccer twins, we had two kids, right? This is Kids Excel. We had two kids playing in their soccer game, okay? So it was the Clark Bees. They had a soccer team. Just like in Jump, we have a jump roping team. Already seeing some similarities here. But we had Les and Pat Pinker. Okay, those were the twins that played in the soccer twins. So I want you to be thinking, how are these two stories similar to one another? And how are they different? Remember, this is called a Venn diagram, and it helps us to organize comparing and contrasting. Things that are similar between the two stories would go in the middle, and things that are different would go on the outside. Okay? These are some of the spellings that you'll come across today. Okay, sweet, eek, crate, snake, scare, safe, goddess, contest, practicing, August, and awesome. Some vocabulary in today's story. Yes, we read it yesterday, but we'll go back in and look at the vocab today. First one is nail. This is not like a fingernail, and this is not like a nail that you use a hammer on. If you nail something, it means that you get it exactly right. Okay, so she says we need to get to the point where we nail it 9 times out of 10. She's talking about her tricks. The second word is dusk. In dusk is the time right after the sun goes down. So night is beginning to fall, which you could also call twilight. That would be a synonym. You could say we will keep practicing from dawn until dusk, until we can do the flip in our sleep. Okay. The third word is draws. So draws in this case is to get closer to someone, okay? You have to use the context of the sentence that it's in order to understand the meaning. Well, normally when we hear the word draws, we think, oh, she draws a picture. But in the story it says she draws near to Kate, which means she gets closer to her. And then the last one is muffed. Muffed means to have made a mistake in the story. They say, I muffed. Or you could say, I muffed the word dawn on my spelling test, right? So you made a mistake on that word on your test. So you're going to reread the story on your own and answer the vocabulary questions on your Google form. And that's where the worksheet 19.3 comes from. I put it into your Google form so you could answer the questions there. We have time for a couple wiggle cards. Go ahead and do what is written on the screen. It says, yawn. Go ahead and do what is written on the screen. Flap your arms like a hawk. Go ahead and do what's on the screen for this wiggle card. Pretend to draw on your hand. Go ahead and do what's written on the screen. Crawl on the floor and come back to me. Go ahead and do what's written on your screen. Squawk like a chicken. Make your hands into claws. Good. So today we read words with different spellings for the aw sound. We talked about AW spellings and we talked about AU spellings. We talked about a reread of the story Jump. You're going to do that on your own once you get to your Google form. And we talked a little bit about comparing and contrasting Jump and the Soccer Twins. Once this video is finished, you're going to go right into your questions and get started. Please ask if you need any help. Great work today.